Last week, na the every Tuesday press briefing, na day the minister wey no dey lie be make am known say, well, since the Netherlands say wetin dem say, we sef don get interest for extradite, bring am na salon Adebayor. Yes. Na so. Dr. Emmanuel A.M. Sam, BCBA, LABA, Esquire. Na in credential dey be no. He want for break and down for me and you. The legal and diplomatic enigma between Sierra Leone and the Netherlands. Do you Adebayor legally extraditable? Then legally able say then they extradite Adebayor from Netherlands Council alone? Or is it possible say then go swap them? Say okay, who give una Jos, una give we Adebayor. Okay? This now waiting Dr. Emmanuel A.M. Sam wants me you for know. Extradition, the treaties, he said then legal because the legal instruments were based on sovereignty and dual criminality. But we don't deal with that in here. Say the dual criminality for big criminal over and for big criminal na. Yeah. And mutual legal assistance. It make sure say the orderly transfer individuals them where they accused or convicted of crimes between states while they respect international law, human rights, and diplomatic relations. He said the key principles inside this, it include the state, the sovereignty, the mutual cooperation, from the legal basis for the extradition treaty under international law and diplomacy. He also talk about reciprocity. According to the international law, every state get the sovereignty for decide whether or not for enter into an extradition agreement with another country. Well, the decision for cooperate on extradition na voluntary, not so by force. Now you the one for do am. And it based on mutual consent. It say if you look at typically formalized through treaties or bilateral agreements. It said this, then they do am because extradition treaties they serve as binding agreements where they provide the legal framework for the process. We go ensure say the two parties them agree on the scope of the extraditable crime. This extradition process and the rights of the individual involved they also get for look into them. From being the person come on extradition, it often based on reciprocity. We mean say the state get for agree for extradite individual for similar offense to each other. So when you look at that way, the extradition of a fugitive is typically a two-way commitment. who say each of the country then bound for reciprocate the other request for surrender, provide certain conditions where then go meet. Would they look at if a possible for waiting the minister say. Okay. However, extradition may be denied if the alleged offense is not recognized as a crime that the country where you go request for. This is the reason why I been say on the day we will be talk about that when the minister say they don't request to the Netherlands couple of times, 1 time, 2 time, but it not happen. I ask waiting at the reason. It not give you the reason why. Why they not be fulfill the extradition of Adebayor? Because Raman Soye be don't make much. That said, that minister, that professor will do that fallback subject. Now be there as foreign affairs minister. They all be don't make much. But it not happen. One key point for note is that international law fully acknowledges the non-extradition of political offenders. Political offenders, they extradite them. It generally prohibits extradition of political offense. Example, dissent against the government. You like government. They talk about in them government. Political activism or act related to national liberation. Treaties that often stipulate this for avoid the misuse of extradition for political prosecution. Not to me they talk. Now waiting Dr. Emmanuel writes. Now they bring can to you if you don't the one that say, hey, then be say them forgive we Adebayor, but hey, they not be agree. This na in one make we know. It's in a salon, for example, the extradition act will get now from 1974. He said it remains a cornerstone of the legal framework for the extradition of criminal suspects to and from the country. Criminal suspects. As international crime and cooperation evolve, the Act provides a structured approach for handling requests from foreign governments while they ensure the protection of fundamental rights. The Act they define a fugitive criminal as any person accused or convicted of an extraditable offense who has fled from the jurisdiction of a requesting state. According to Section 3, every fugitive criminal is liable to be apprehended and extradited in the manner provided in this Act. The procedure for extradition in Sierra Leone is straightforward and uncomplicated. Straightforward and uncomplicated. Extradition requests must be addressed to the Attorney General through diplomatic channels. Well, if you want to watch that side, the Netherlands don't do them. And Salon tell we say themselves been do them. Section 6 talks say A request for the surrender of a fugitive criminal of any country shall be made to the Attorney General by a diplomatic representative of the country. Netherlands be do am? Yes, then we can go to the embassy for give the Attorney General and then tell say the Attorney General be don't receive am. Upon receiving such a request, the Attorney General go determine its validity before he go initiate a legal proceedings. As I be telling you just now, one of the fundamental principles of the act is dual criminality. For say, that thing what the person do, if for be criminal thing in a country, if for be criminal thing in we country. Meaning, the offense in question must be recognized as a crime. Now both Sierra Leone and also the country where they request the person. The law also stipulates say the extradition shall not be granted for politically motivated charges. Section 10(1) clearly talks say extradition shall not be granted if the offense is of a political character or if the request is made for the purpose of prosecuting or punishing a person on account of his race, religion, nationality, or political opinions. This safeguard ensures that the law is not used as a tool for prosecution. One of the beauties of Sierra Leone Extradition Act, where we write inside 1974, now for say it make special consideration for Commonwealth nation, where similar to the one where the Dutch Extradition Act of 1886, where then they use for European nation. Sierra Leone legal system get historical ties with the Commonwealth countries, and the Extradition Act includes specific provision for facilitate extradition among them countries there. You dey follow, Otomitoko. A big. Section 15 talks say special condition, limitation, and modification go apply to requests made by Commonwealth country as listed in the first schedule. A unique legal arrangement exists between Sierra Leone and the Republic of Guinea under Part 3, where requests for the extradition from Guinea are governed by a distinct set of conditions which ensure alignment between the judicial system of the two countries. According to Reuters, in early February 2025, the Dutch government formally don't request the extradition of Jos Leijdekkers, a convicted drug trafficker where they believe for say it happen alone. Dutch Justice Minister David Van Wil may announce the submission of the extradition request where express a hope for a swift cooperation from Sierra Leone authorities for combat international organized crime. That's what the man be say. Well, this Leijdekkers then consider him as one of Europe's most wanted fugitive, where in not be the way they sentence him. But them is sentence him na the Rotterdam court for 24 years na prison because he smuggled over 7 tons of cocaine. From reports them, where I hear from different international places them, which I cannot ascertain how it look like, they say Jos Leijdekkers has been in Sierra Leone since early 2023. And the Dutch government wants him back for make a good serve in sentence. This current standoff between the two countries them now profound a legal implication will require quite careful analysis. If you approach this issue from a legal perspective rather than a political one, involves significant complexities. Where two countries then lack an extradition treaty, as this case between Sierra Leone and Netherlands will not get no extradition treaty will sign. extradition become more complicated and they encounter various legal, political, and diplomatic hurdles. In the context of Sierra Leone and the Netherlands, here are some of the key issues where this extradition process for Jos Leijdekkers get for face. Okay. The two countries them will face legal limitation in effective carrying out extradition. Without a formal extradition treaty, Sierra Leone is not legally obligated for make the handover Jos Leijdekkers. The Extradition Act of 1974 Nasalone nor may only allow extradition under specific circumstances or to a particular country such as the Commonwealth nations and the Republic of Guinea. The two countries then might prefer for use diplomatic channel rather than pursue legal avenues for resolve this dilemma. Extradition must be negotiated case by case, requiring high-level diplomatic engagement from both governments then. Sierra Leone may need diplomatic assurance concerning Leijdekkers in treatment, trial, and imprisonment, which can mean anything and everything. Trial? He has already been tried and found guilty. Okay, that's fine. Sierra Leone court may lack the jurisdiction for approve an extradition request outside the Extradition Act scope. The Attorney General or the President might need for authorize a distinct process for extradition, which could face legal challenges. Furthermore, deportation or expulsion may be another option where the Dutch government could ask Sierra Leone for pursue. Say, well, if una know the extraditor, una deport am. Una deport and come back na in country. However, a sovereign government cannot be compelled to deport another against its own will. If extradition is not legally feasible, Sierra Leone might deport Leijdekkers for visa or immigration infraction. Okay, how they go? Once reach there. Without a treaty, extradition is uncertain and politically sensitive. Sierra Leone may demand strong diplomatic incentives, and the Netherlands may need to negotiate legal loopholes for secure the fugitive for make them go surrender to them. If no agreement is reached, alternative measures such as deportation or local trial might be the best option. If Leijdekkers is in Sierra Leone illegally or under fraudulent document, the government could deport him instead of formal extradition. This could be a swifter process and avoid the legal complexities of extradition. Beaucoup people don't request a swap deal between Sierra Leone government and the Dutch government. They also don't ask Salon for request that the Dutch government turn over Abdul Kamara, where most people sabi for Adebayor. This could only be achieved through political and diplomatic will, but it seems legally impossible. International law generally prohibits extradition for political offenses, especially when the person has different opinion about a government operations and in dealing, and it claim an activist role. The 1974 Extradition Act of Sierra Leone states in Section 10.1, extradition shall not be granted if the request is made for the purpose of prosecuting or punishing a person on account of his race, religion, nationality, or political opinion. This provision may be differ than the Dutch government from turning in Adebayor. Right. Under the Dutch Extradition Act, Util van Rinchen Chorchen, the Dutch 1886 amended, The Minister of Justice and Security makes the final extradition decision after court approval. Under this framework, EU countries then do not require diplomatic negotiation to extradite suspects. Unfortunately, Sierra Leone is not a member of state of the EU. Therefore, they must not go through all the legal way for extradite Adebayor. The Dutch Extradition Act balances international cooperation with fundamental human rights protection by incorporating provisions such as dual criminality, protection against political prosecution, and human rights safeguards. The Act ensures that extradition procedures comply with the rule of law while preventing abuses amid increasing cross-border crime and international legal cooperation. When you submit extradition request, the District Court of Hague reviews the request for access if it comply with the legal and human rights standard. If the court approves the extradition, the final decision rests with the Minister of Justice and Security, who can approve or deny extradition based on diplomatic or policy consideration. Therefore, obtaining Adebayor could present more complication than anticipated, given the strict human rights standards the Dutch government imposes on extradition. Another area that two countries might explore is mutual interest. This became evident years ago with the United States, Russia, China, and Taiwan. A good example, Lende. But slow. However, advancing the argument of fugitive status in Adebayor's case could be somewhat challenging for the Dutch government to consider. The Sierra Leone government may contemplate the utilization of mutual legal assistance, MLA, as a potential mechanism for securing Adebayor. MLA is a crucial component of international collaboration for combat cross-border crime, enabling law enforcement agencies to cooperate effectively in addressing complex criminal activities that transcend multiple jurisdictions. Nevertheless, implementing MLA is not without challenges. Disparities in illegal system, political consideration, and privacy concern must be navigated with particularly care. Although a formal extradition treaty is lacking, Sierra Leone and the Netherlands could leverage mutual legal assistance agreement. Alright. However, the Dutch government will likely seek assurance regarding the extradition of Adebayor, particularly if he holds Dutch citizenship. In conclusion, the extradition situation between Sierra Leone and the Netherlands highlights the complexities of international legal cooperation without a formal treaty. Although the outcome is uncertain, Sierra Leone might consider extraditing Jos Leijdekkers based on diplomatic negotiation and legal factors. Alternatives like deportation or local prosecution may be explored. The extradition of Adebayor is unlikely due to prohibition against extradition for political offenses in both countries and the Dutch emphasis on human rights. Mutual legal assistance when MLA could facilitate cooperation but faces legal and political challenges. The case underscores international law enforcement difficulties concerning sovereignties, human rights, and legal obligations in a globalized context. Me na Emmanuel A.M. Sam, na me write this, an esteemed international law scholar with expertise in human rights, environmental law, and corporate and compliance law. Me, Emmanuel, I dey teach na the Faculty of Law, na Frabe College, University of Sierra Leone, and also me na a fellow na the Sweden Raoul Wellenberg Institute of Human Rights and Humanitarian Law, a prolific academic. Dr. Sam has authored and co-authored books and published extensively in peer-reviewed journals, making significant contribution to legal scholarship and policy development. So all what I don't talk, so what you understand? Now Dr. Emmanuel Nairaito. So where you go talk? Just say na read me read am. Take 10 go to me name. I dey big. Yeah? Let you know say I no be talker. Welcome to Salon. Ma, welcome, sir. What you get for we today?
Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Almost 5 o'clock in the morning now. You still Leone. We just want to say thank you. I hope say we don't get enough sleep. I go one for make with the play the minister wanna the lie in audio. Where na Intel we say Mr. Almami and the Minister of Foreign Affairs as in the speak,
Yes,
then they say
to
to have. That means say na lie. You not been get the full information. Where Mr. Almami now? He didn't have free tongue. Who said Mr. Almami day? I was a kitchen. He didn't a mambolo, cause a mambolo boy. He didn't a mambolo. Or they don't face some kind of free tongue. Because me know Guinea man then are people always stubborn. And that man, them people that don't we, they're not the budge. Because they don't say we'll not get nothing for do them. Now then you believe and then you heart, they're not get nothing within the profit from we. Or within the gain from we. To them, now we the gain from them. Now we they ask them for stuff. So waiting them one, then go give you all the good talk. The other time the minister come, hey, we and our brothers and sisters. Oh, we do not get key. Well, save that. Because I don't say this before. People that not agree understand. Guinea, now a religious state, now like Saudi Arabia or Kuwait or Jordan. They're heavily, even though they don't do drugs there, but they're heavily they against them thing than they. Then they against them thing than they. And many of you say that the first attack this, they attack this with government building vehicles them. They be done to see something. Either they be done catch drugs them, or people that be done to give them information. We link with embassy and with ambassador, and people and we they working at the embassy. So this is it. And this is serious. And Guinea they left this guy. The jailiado been asked for during secretary time. Now Alpha Yaya. Now Alpha Yaya. So it's not serious business. But Sierra Leone wouldn't become a joke. everything we take them as a joke. We dey sit down and use some big, and they tell people about the education of Sierra Leone and Sierra Leoneans them academic achievement. It don't they go to me, it don't they go to a waste. Because look at all the academic achievers, how their academic achievement, their educations, when they give them position for manage, how that don't yield. Waiting at the dividend we don't yield to the life of Sierra Leoneans then. But we continue for the look for people and we get certificate them and letters them behind their name. This young man, the whole group, me, I'm not impressed with them. We've been in that renaissance. I'm not impressed. Look them out in the past. Look them within the past. The one them where they don't put in a position in, with this government, what thing they don't do? Nothing. And they tell people this government get for go down with a lot of abstract them that they hate. Now under their regime, Keratel dismantle. Under their regime, that the entire Mano River, not even Mano River, the entire West Africa, and not feel say any country they in the West Africa, with the money compared to the dollar value, where Sierra Leone's better pass. Now, because now under this regime, now in Guinea they surpass so. Liberia self their own. I'm not 100% sure of that, but till say the money get some weight pass we own. Under the regime, Takugama got for close. Under we go see a lot of things because now the people them then when we being calm, then tell we say, then they don't study every little facet of the issues. They even count slogan, bread and butter. They say they know everything. Go and watch them. Wouldn't be the kind of public televisions and radio stations and stuff. They tell me everything. Everything for this lady, for sit on a public radio and talk say we inherit her. That tells you then people here who side and go land book with all the job say we they not be in a power then go land book. And the book this would then go land. You didn't know. So if you inherit them, that means you don't go clean them up. Why then put you there? Why then hire you? Then they pay you, taxpayers the money. Yes, you inherit them. Let's say you inherit them. Let's give you the benefit of the doubt. You inherit them. So what? Big deal. What you do about that? You the ministry. What you do about that? But yet the talk say, you know why? The Sierra Leoneans themselves, they go for change the laws, they weigh them. That tells you. Then people here, how complacent they are. Because you they drive motorcar inside America. 2 o'clock in the morning, you they see stop sign, you stop. Where nobody not near you. Maybe you hate to tell you say maybe police snaps on side. Not because of the discipline. Not because of the discipline. Let's put this into perspective. The entire world, I not get this for sure. But I would say probably more than 80% of the world, the countries in the world, the nationals in there. Some Africans, Asia, Southeast Asia, Europe, Eastern Europe, Western Europe, you name it, whatever. We all come at this country with we own bad habits then. with your attitude them, especially Sierra Leone. Bad habit them. Look what they go on in that country. So you feel say if this country not been get laws then, and then they implement them and then they enforce the laws then, how this country before don't be? Just take a moment. Let me think about that. If they're not being enforced the law then, this place before be the wild wild west so them they talk about in the 1800s. This for them triple am. But right now you run a red light, $700 in California. If you police give you tickets 3 times in a year, na point. You know what that mean? Your insurance premium to go up because DMV they report that to your insurance. Once they find you guilty, na court, na traffic court, DMV they increase your premium. That's tell you how they want for punish you. They catch you, they drive you drunk, able. First, you got for go that alcohol and what they call class. Then they on a waste of time. You don't go sit down, you go tell people and say, alcoholic. You don't go through all that nonsense there. Before now they charge you. And if you continue for the get tickets then they label you as a reckless driver. Then they suspend your driver's license. You get for go get a insurance we then call SR22. And SR22, you know what it means? It means that you're a reckless driver. Nobody no one insure you. The government they insure you. You they pay triple the amount of that insurance they where you go pay for regular insurance. But they get everything in place. But for a live with people and they talk say, now with people and then get for change their way. Then why we get a government? Why we get you, madam? Why they hired you? So you're not a complete waste. You're not a nuisance. You're not a waste. You're not qualified. You're not fit. The man put you there because he know you, whether he know you by tribe, he know you by religion, he know you by region, or he know you say, now we're all in at the same party, we share the same color. Because if you just sit there under the talk say, you let the people handle that. Maybe you know overseas you study England or America or Canada. You don't see how then they operate? Then let everything give the people and say, okay, the American then, let it, or Californians or New Yorkers when I go for country when I realization say this the one that they doing not good, then when I go stop. Now so you see that they operate? Because I'm not saying you're not supposed to don't travel. Now so you see the countries that they operate. You know they see how they put their foot down, they implement the laws them, and make sure say you live to that. The one I don't see but then say $1,000 fine for littering. You throw away dirty in the kitchen, $1,000. And they just go like that. You don't pay. Just like when somebody rape pikin or a rape woman, you go court, then find you guilty. The jail you put her aside because you got for go jail. After that, any community where you go, you must go report that community to the police station. Say, look me, I name Omar Kaba, I be raped, then find me guilty, I don't come. And if that community they don't want you in the area, they serve the protest, police must fully commodity. Police go and fence out for you. But you ask my pricing, now that's what they do. That now law and order, that now discipline nation. Now we not the government, now she not for do, this she not for do. You go now that Guma day. How many times were Guma Valley people and we don't see them on television where they tell me about encryption? Alfakan, this useless Alfakan, it get us na near day. Alfakan get us day. Kerikoko, it get us na regent area, that day. Now the during APC time, then when they were cancer, they're not able to stop anything. Then just be allowed things that you go no more for bad. Look the power, you need to see him face, but just when they re-invoice, you go see the stress and the disappointment. I mean, till now when they give him money, what we self go talk about? You they see how many times you they meet foreigners and they say, "Oh, I've been to Africa." The only place, "Oh, I've been to Kenya, I've been to Tanzania, I've been to South Africa." This is the go there for. Now for the safari. What's in the safari? A wildlife. We get we own. Now a day about for becoming waste. Just because everybody want for billows. Everybody want for get a single family house na salon. For instead of them build apartment building them or condominium them and sell them that way, they no. Everybody want mansion. Everybody want a single family house. And you didn't have the diaspora, you get money for bribe the minister or bribe somebody. We get people are waiting at that country, say, we call themselves surveyors them, then just assign anything. Now that them for check, make sure say every surveyor go jail. Me rural country, every surveyor, we can well begin to look now any side whether we don't protect. I see houses and the surveyor that we sign them paper and the director don't sign them paper. Don't go jail. Because you do not say you know the government. Because you take three sets of government in terms of Sierra Leone for protect them pleasantly. You get the minister of land, the minister of how do they call themselves, the land minister, the minister of we say that this ministry itself, what this lady just talked about, development, eh, right? The minister of environment, you get the ministry of forestry, then get forestry, or the minister of yeah. Now they're all supposed to collaborate and make sure that these places are protected. I tell you, one side na that Mambo Day, na swamp area for go by that Hamilton beach. Somebody they tell me then they just say me man, if you go there under night, they didn't even know. Swamp where snake then they nice where you go to nap, you they look down. Now they don't build houses. But would they tell people anytime when we hoping we want to talk, people that can feel say we not like Sierra Leone, we hate Sierra Leone, Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone like a disaster prone nation. It's small, not to like India. India too big, then rich. Not to like Bangladesh or Afghanistan. The way when they damage, we reserve them. The way when they damage, we heal them. The way when they damage, side them with enough for damage. We go one day sit down and think the unthinkable. And now in the white people and they tell me so. Now in the white people and they tell me so. We must stop. This is not right. Now let's talk about this lady. I tell you now. Go side and go okay. Now make up to tell people and tradition. Una hold una our system a little bit on Kamarimba. Kamarimba been they give you step by step how this man they move up from one area to another around that peninsula area. Last week, my brother Gwatonga self tell me the area where they suspect say this guy they then build, put sang or tree, they get security guard there. Then they where they watch how then they move this man around that peninsula area. Then they move him one place to another, one place to another. Now that information that this lady go don't get because first the slag now be don't tell me say the tell them first arrest this lady. Slag been talk say where this lady come before he come he call them right. Say he want for make them give how do they call herself? Slag not been talk say now they been talk to this lady before the lady they come out in Netherlands where he come and the ministry self. So the lady, whether na 1 minute, 1 hour, or 20 seconds, then be left behind before it gets in credentials them for work na salon as journalist for in newspaper. But it gets them. Now because the see and say it keen around that area they, and at the same area and they were Kamaremba be the tell we boss. But when people they attack Kamaremba now, they talk all kind and the way Kamareba be focused on. When they tell me but now say that this area, this man na the peninsula area. Then they move them from one side to another, one side to another. People begin to bash the man. You don't know what you talk about, you got for be careful. No. Now that area that this lady been keening. Now I make them taking camera in hand, then taking passports, and then take other valuable property in hand. Now they say enough of because it go that if that lady they been just left around the CBD, like just around Cotton Tree area, they need to arrest her. Now because that lady maybe itself go don't get information with the salon journalist guy will be the workout because they know. Say that guy they around that peninsula area. Because some of them have been they tell we how then they move them from one area to another. Then brother Batonga self tell we. We not get no evidence another day. But why in that area then I didn't know more the lady go, they arrest her. Why they not arrest her we be the inside of now? What about if you could be going to my own area na Eastern, na Bombay Market? But they go interview fisherman then before arrest her, now because it penetrates na that peninsula area. And they know say that lady been there after something. And then no say na they didn't get her. They keep her there. So in terms of the extradite, talking, we not get LLB now we name, we not get all the X square, P square, QIC. People are not if you say, I've been telling us, say, Sierra Leone, they not get any obligation for send this guy go and it can take lengthy because America self, they get third world countries them and countries them where they even get a treaty for that, they refuse for send people and go. I want. According to this, we lawyer brother, according to your own letter, this is Sierra Leone and Netherlands get treaty for that, if you can correct me right, according to what you read. So, for say whether or not Netherlands and Sierra Leone get a treaty with and sign for extradition,
No,
for
we not
extradition.
get. We not get.
Will not get. Correct. Yeah. So Salona owe Netherlands an obligation. Now, if you want to talk, say, you go say, well, the hand with the feed, you know better. Yes, now we can talk. But they don't owe them any obligation, because with Sierra Leone for purposes, to me, an officer it go happen. They're not gonna forgive that guy they up. They're not the do because of the human rights. Then get the signatures them and then we can call them under the EU. And then they're not going to just grab no more. They can give that money up. We now people them with very heavy. In fact, we human rights or then war crime court them. Not today, they still on a day, they didn't the handy. So for make them sit down no more, they take Adebayor say, oh, because we want Mr. Decker or Mr. Lyncher, whatever his name, Umar Sharif, will not give it an officer eager for happen. I doubt her. Because before we watch inside the then minister of information and the minister of foreign affairs, with them the people themselves, they clown themselves. They say that the whole weekend radio station sit down inside one little buffer because the place will look like buffer. They like it and supporters them say, oh, the time done here. Because we Mohammed Suarez been the ask the minister then, hey, you talk to them now. When you feel say this man will come, oh, it's not the truth again. They're very, very close. When I go see an free talk. Now until we matter the self now, go up during the campaign, where it tell we say, if you know say you na man, you get what again na metrosis kana, then you know say na lie then guy be the lie. Because now say don't believe with your common sense, and then they will bring this guy kana. Be able for bring kana salon. Before go to snap in front of crowd, they tell them say, if you know say you get what I get under metrosis, you kana. Say now they invite for the man can. So you know say in they will bring come. So why then why have been the life on people then? So you not go for work. If the guy doing a salon where they look where the Netherlands they look for, then they well within their rights. If they don't want to send and go, they're not going to send and go. Be the talker. Even let's say even if this man they go to court, now in the court find say then for send and go, we attorney general he stopped that. He said no. The Attorney General of Sierra Leone can say no. Now, America will try to say that people and the give comments say anything what judge say. I said, come on, people, go read. Not take me word for me, go read. So sign myself look come up. I'm not pulling on my head because it happened in America. America, they can do the same thing where they're going to court. The judge can pass order. The Secretary of State can stop that. It can define the court in rulings. Just like it go happen in Sierra Leone, where the Attorney General can step in and say, nope. Even when the judge say, this guy will for send and go, nope. And then they go, no, sir. So I don't talk to people and people say, I've been just pulling off me head. So Salon self get their own right on that side. So Lord we just the watch and see how this they play. But this with Tagugama and this with forest business, it don't dey get out of hand and it not good. Then the people and they talk about mudslide, tsunami, flood, all that thing and they not good. Sierra Leone too small. That small one no more will be country. They will see the devastation. We see the amount of people and we kill. That gap they still there at that side. They did it. And still people houses and still there at the bottom part of that side. Because the father-in-law live not on that side, the other side of the hill. You the Tinapu side there, you the see that side in that forest side. I can go that I can go Fenam. Still people that live down there who side up, dirty cut stay come and rain they come, and people are still continue for deforestation, they still continue for cut prison. They do the bad thing, then they burn for just forget coal, just for build houses. Go don't sit down a diaspora. Nobody know one day get an apartment. All man one day is your single family home. And just like what you say, because if not the country been developed, like what you said, look, very spread land and then that Asin, Waterloo, Songo, the land and then they all over the place. But everybody one day in a Western. Everybody one day in that area. So now they just the cut the treason. Then Guma Valley don't talk over and over and over. Nobody listen to them. Guma Valley don't begin to talk from APC term. Nobody don't listen to them. Now they don't talk to this one. Nobody not get for listen to them. This poor guy don't spend 30 years for develop this thing. And not too long ago, them bobo they them call some team bloggers. Them they interview one British tourist. I think now 2 or 3 British tourists now woman them. Now that Takugama entrance they for go up. Where the woman them they explain it how they enjoy and stuff like that. Now all that go for go in vain. The 30 years where this man put just because somebody want bill us. Everybody want for bill us na salon. Everybody want for bill us. So this is hard. Government in, government out. Nobody know they try for because in fact, Ministry of Lands they need for dissolve that ministry. Because everybody where they from the directors to the surveyor and I waste. Then guy then they sign anything, any, the sad part na Sierra Leone. How we don't reach us, how we reach to pay camper money. Sierra Leonean they do thing when you get money. Thing they do when you get money. Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much, Omar. So I don't see that say tell me that too. Say money makes the world go round. You see the talk. I know say na money and they make the world go round. And they make things happen. Say people for get conscience. Not for go outside. You go madam day. So person not get the conscience. Also and welcome. I know say it all late, but what you get for a quick one?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much, Triple. Thanks for talking with me and thanks for update me. I know inside the week we don't talk a lot, and some of them now just don't add how they unfold and develop. You bring about this Takugama issue, And we don't talk of how the government will release a statement about that area there. But you talk again inside the week about this Dutch against Sophie Van Leeuwen. But now we don't get another unfolding story. Who at the other side see they don't hold in property them where they use for doing work and the vehicle of one of the guy who has something to read with them all the whole who been dealt with. So but it all comes down to waiting at this situation of this complexity. You see, because even with this man they talk, when I watch that they don't pick up say this complex thing who they go in the country, we need a complex solution. Because the problem it don't become complex that we get problem with we outside neighbors, we get problem now with how we arrange with diplomatic relations we ties them. But remember, we don't get we alliance them. We don't build up. We don't build a lot of alliance, and we don't even hear the background tone of we presidency building the country image. So based on that backdrop, the way we say, well, within the overshadow the government now, now the concern where they come from the public and other areas where now with relationships, say there is something we not find for we image in the world, we not drug trafficking and we not go out for be an undermining towards that particular movement. So if you look again an area of what we talk of, say, waiting at the crime in level, we will get for say we get for pull we hand when he left to waiting at the evidence we don't come. And the evidence we don't come, we don't see the evidence, but the evidence still not they directly lead to somebody say, now this wire. So then they just insist we don't see drugs on commodity, they don't traffic drugs. Then we don't see somebody in picture with at the area, then at the country where they need from other country. Then we don't see again another area where the Guinean the William ambassador in vehicle, they don't hold up. They would not see shipment, they don't intercede now, they don't intercept now water border. We don't see one who don't come on at the country go. So there are evidences, but the evidence is that we're not able to investigate for lead we to the right thing. It brings the case to become very complex. So you ask what in now with security people that they do, what in ONS they do, what in the police that they do, what in the investigative power that they do towards within other thing. But it all comes down to they say the complex problem would not they if we try for get this problem be solved, now the solutions they get for be complex in a way that will get for involved without they necessarily need for be involved. Take the example of Takogama. We they see the problem of institutions and they fail. ONS, they know they do the way we there for coordinate with Uda for coordinate. We see even tried the internal affairs, they get for see well, no, put special security through the vice president, when are the security guards there, we government spend money through another donor fund, we can't sign. Then some of these we see that they go for go stand for say we protect something we look useful for let the country go able for benefit in terms of the tourism. But from what you will see, even the day when them people have been go there, when are the tourism, when are the minister and the group been there for go there is a lot of people that will be team up. All man they try for say what you want for say. But all these guys who have been there in charge of this particular Takogama, what they point at, they point at the security boundary. Say the boundary and the checkpoint this. This checkpoint then Tinapia and the whole gun where they secure the place. He said, but the funny thing about it, now beyond the checkpoint, Usain Tinapo gone beyond them and they all the activity are they take place. So that means there is a loophole. There is something where they lack. But when you go further, during that conversation, even though you not be look organized, all man they come for can't talk. One of the other guys, then the time for blame and say, when we don't make now, one of the guards, we don't save when I for broke them building there. Next yes, we don't broke them. He say, but some of them, as we don't broke, you didn't hear somebody they can say, that yeah, then give me clearance for that, go work. So obviously, when they carry, they show a document, and we know they will get a detail of understanding, say this why, and all of they see, the authority for say, we now go ahead. He says, so some of them people have been done loophole. And there is a point there where, at some point, he nearly called somebody name, but he actually mentioned the person name, and then call again that person we call her. Then the minister they caught that attention, they draw the attention of somebody else. So in your speech, not be catch further. So in other words, there are people their names who they always call the guys there, where they say when I clear the road, then they go ahead. So there are exceptions. So it's a matter of how the institutions they are get for work together Not only for gather money, go conference that I talk so. Now the area of how they go get complex solutions to them problem they own a complex one when a risk. Rather than they go take a risk of a relationship where you dey say this risk, what if it go tarnish me tomorrow? But here is the risk what the people and tell them say una go for go be under. Una give authority. But una dey forget say that risk there, what it go lead tomorrow to the country economy, what it go lead to the lives of the one that will go there, and what it go lead to the one that will not don't of us for cancer will they rescue people there, or will they help the one that who don't get problem, and some of them who don't even who don't get problems out of them disaster who don't come up from events that wouldn't they face either from burning or for damaging house or why who don't be in house, they go damage them because somebody don't go take and tell and say, like yanda who you not verify. Then they will get a more slide, flood. So these are the areas that we want for cap and couple there. We don't go take risks. Tomorrow we go to international court. They will begin to go argue with the fair lawyer when we already will try for bill them. And the one they will help we that they will go to that for fight against. The one they will be now help with the alliance they will get that they will blank fight against. EU then they help. You see other countries and they put small help, but the help is still not they do. The guy they cry for more help. But the little help you don't preserve that place there, you see say the risk where government they take for say no get we don't couple or some of the agents that want a body man they wouldn't go build it, how they go able for separate them wire. Because even when they go, you see that they when they work and then they exempt again and say on this side when I left and force so we see the end when I go try broke so. So you dey still see say the one that we go there for let them go do fact checking, we go see some man will take picture of geology for say focus this. But all them they focus, then they snap the minister eye in footsteps, they come up the hill. Instead of them, they say, well, now we try get a map here. You there for show we this and this, the square meters. Now we see this damage don't happen. Then now we assess who are there. Now we get the names of the one that they don't call, say, that then why they make phone call. Now we investigate the particular journal they will cancel. The material they wouldn't get. Then they show you the phone logs they wouldn't get. Now we understand because there are possibilities. See somebody they call this where we show you the phone, show you the phone log. Now we go meet this person here. Why you call this person for you? Okay. But instead, then they say na tick the box, and when they tick the box, now pull them wire. Pull them wire is not the solution. Because they don't they pull them there, but then they pull and they come back. Because there are people that where they pan the particular crime. Now like a network. Similar network when you talk of other international crimes. So this is what they therefore look at, making the complex solution. That sense of urgency when they put not just for ticking the box, but now for solving the solution before they tick the box. And if they go tick the box, say, tick the box, now pull them wire, now clear this. Tomorrow, now find somebody for can replace there, now find privatization. So you see, say the problem not going to be solved because the one day when they do the act, they still in different forms. If any other person come back, then they go still go there because a place where they feel seen as something where they need data, in the right place. It's a matter of how government get for prioritize the seriousness of that thing. They avoid that area of taking sides. Now the issue of this particular the similar holding at the land so now a risk would they take for let we go know say identification of individual day or would they find a way for let diplomatic relationship go get for they it will be a long standing diplomacy will go develop well or will they go fight the one they would not help with for let them go develop with security and then when the security would not they help now the police there and when them don't they help then EU. And recently, EU don't go sign a 35 million help towards the country, and when they see the help with all the areas of security with EU, they can inside, EU, they can inside. Then, if we go say that alliance, that relationship, they will go break up because of something we would take a risk for. We know they look into the risk who could benefit with tomorrow. If you come to judicial thing, we will take clear there, or that couple and that time they will waste it. We'll get 5 agendas. They will decide for them they pursue. Then the SDG then they are there. Then people are all and they towards helping the SDG. For them will bring come the sustainable development goals there. When one day when they for try to say people in life go better and the security and this particular team back of forestry is they part of the SDGs. When they go meeting. Recently we don't see the president go to IFAD. He talk about the donors and help for the livelihood of people there. This is part of the livelihood. Because if you let's say you go Kabbalah back, that other area, Nakamakuye, that Otamba, Kilmi Park, other parks them, and other forests the way boundary, when a historic one day, who were able to make up, you still see say there is a lack of the arts, who were able to deal with that. The arts of the knowledge, say, now so we able to create something out of something. But it's a matter of how we go for say, waiting with the benefits or institutions, the what and they do. Because if the institutions and the organization that they work in concert, it always leads to a problem. We see a similar one recently where the ONS boss, Nakambia, he go for go tell within the police, the LUC for do when he say he don't take for that work day. He tell and say no, you therefore give the one that own a petroleum control regulatory body for they can arrest them people for regulator. You know where they go, you go arrest them here, you bring them. So we will give work to all man. First commodity, hold the man in back, push and now in back up, push and wait for them, go almost to a coma. That case, I don't know how that guy they help today. Because of simple institutions there, all want for gain favor and enter other person territory. Then the one they back home for dinner the territory, they do their work, then they neglect, so other man they infringe. But it's a matter of how the institutions they are get for work, the police, then they equip them. Even you they look Interpol recently, then they hold this particular thing where they say this Central National Bureau they talk of. When are they your sites where they communicate for tell them, but who are the bad person? It's now time for the put red flag, the red flag go there. If we not open or go see, we don't know if not because of we don't understand for user. Now for that, then they do training more and more because when you look all them past 2-3 weeks here, if they see Interpol, now that be season and the whole Interpol, that be the whole how the people are for Baker. And above all, then they even give them access, like when you do online, say, una can ask people them who they come for can enroll on this course. We get for be member of the security. So we don't know if these are things when they know or they know the one for employ for them will get a knowledge out of so that they will able to get complex way for deal with complex solution. But we know want an area wherein there is more reason for hope. Now once. Now the reason for more hope, what the people that will get rather than the reason for more fear. Because the reason all the people that they get, the more they get now, oh, well, there must be a fear. Say, until this will happen, tomorrow the price will change, or tomorrow we'll get problem, or the ambassador will cause this, or tomorrow we'll see straight person car, or we don't know what the government get for decide tomorrow, or the security of the journalism, or waiting the benefit the country. But now that hope say, waiting una they put on a table, una they succeed, una they come, then the people that will benefit. Yes, we country in a sovereign country, we will do something for ourselves out of something we will get, we develop them. But one they hope say the nation will become a nation we will develop with people that will get for look at issues that we complex, and especially when it comes to diplomatic areas, we in a wide range. One follow will know. When they see the any side where they go, then they sign, then they glad it because they recognize them. So these people who are recognizing you, you have to recognize them and go to diplomacy. If you know that money exchange or not exchange, what about the risk and what about the damages? That man, if they keep an eye, which will damage the dust. What about that man? They will keep an eye in our own country, which will damage we. So then line there, that will suffer more in terms of image of respect. That one day, that one day, we don't hold the cost, or that man they would not kill, or that man they would not thief, or that man they would cause problem in terms of money laundering and a lot of crimes. So these are the areas we get for just draw a line and see are we going to be complex on that, or are we going to just sit down and relax? But hope for a better nation and a better future. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, us friend. Uncle for the welcome, sir. What you get for you, sir?
Well, good morning, sir. I know see don't let you for it. I wonder when you go sleep. Thank you very much, sir. Anyway, first let's start with this guy. Like people not to just you. A lot of people they try for calling him Leijdekkers. In Dutch side, in the Dutch, the J, they know they pronounce them. So now there's Y. That's what they pronounce it. They pronounce it like J. How Englishman they write them. So if you wonder, like they say, they want to talk about he, for instance, then they spell them Hij, the hey, now the long A sound, now then they pronounce them. So then get the short one, then get the long one. So Decker, the Lij, now Decker, Leijdekkers, that's what they call my name. J not did they. Because a lot of Sierra Leone people just pronounce I didn't see them. Even the lady where then they call the journalist now Leone, any size double E now A, then they pronounce them, then they stress them. So I just want follow brother them they know see Dutch like it's not easy for pronounce. Anyway. So the first thing I go want touch about and touch on is about say the journalism again. I always they talk about journalists and civil society them. We don't really, and even the one the way they post, which then they add in then they react to the situation, which then they say you don't see actually the compromise or the lack of will for making them go the other way for try for on art information and for scattered information. Even sludge this time around they show they say they're not effective enough because a whole sludge now they take police statement then we just report us what did the police say. They not try for check on. I mean, because the statement where you say, if either self not to your client this or well, you know, get nothing to do that. I prefer for you not talk nothing. But if you can make a statement, you get information so you verify them. If you talk, say the policeman they don't left the person, you don't go about in job. That's what the policeman they say. Well, now you don't talk to the person. Now they don't can give another statement. So that's the way it be. And this now so if you don't be, if you don't investigate information, that money wey government dey give sludge na the one this way they'll make sludge don become a compromise institution. They not for take that money dey, but as usual, poverty in the journalism, poverty in the media, make sure say if they see that kind of money, they take am. They no wan know. I mean, all the thing the man dey talk say the police dem just dey try for do their job. That is intimidation. If somebody come na the country, e dey inside the country, you don't go na a press conference, you don't ask question, they no interview am, they no arrest am for go say wetin dey do na no check your paper then if you correct. Now we go some side wey una no wan for let e go. Na that thing una dey go check am and then this large president can't talk say dem just dey do their job. You don't get the reference. If you don't get the reference now, say this person be dey na that public gathering where he ask a question dey. But no, we're not talk about that. This now I mean say if this only saloon will start for go before, I mean for all government accountable, if the civil society and the press then they do their job. Secondly, on the same issue with this guy, this Leijdekkers, then with the way the minister they react, you go know say they're not getting intention for give over for hand over this man. And the Minister of Information they in a very difficult situation because the way they talk, you go see him and I'm say he's talking too much with too much emotions or under some form of duress or stress. They try to talk his situation out. You know the situation. One day when I not been tell we say when I don't go try for extradite this man within Holland. Now it's a sheer coincidence. If you know say these people they get human rights things they wouldn't consider. When they deal with African countries or other third world countries, they're not gonna do like I wanna just one time say when I give you this man. No, even if the guy not a Dutch, because I put they ask even a Dutch citizen, even not a Dutch citizen, they know the state of on a country down at the pounds on people that we get other views when they try for whole government to account. Huh? Then you go not just talk say, oh, we say want that man, when I give you that man. If you not be careful, all and get for abandon the extradition through the government and then go to the United Nations. Because if they go to the United Nations, Salon no get obligation, but then get for obliged to do it and say because they all be not signed to the document for international the trans crime for crimes that we get for do somebody we they involved in drugs, somebody we kill people they get for comply because this now we don't sign them. They don't get any way for say no you do them. I think everything for go because the way the government they make because first of all, me I personally believe say the guy not in a salon again. Me that's what I believe because this man a drug baron. He on the run. You know, we see don't they then they do all the kind of thing that you know they find a way for go out of the country. So now, if again you can't get a government where then not they do anything for try for apprehend them, because when you see the investigated situation, that means there's something we don't know about. But something we didn't you know say this person they around the presidency. Even just last week, towards the end of the week, other image they don't come out, picture they don't come out, or video they come out say even the former Inspector General of Police been there in a hall where the man they it hug him, it greet him. So not to somebody we knew to them. So not to see the way investigate like system you don't know. If they be ready for hand over this man and possibly they know whose side they know his surroundings, they whose side is. So they will not invest. Then to them, how they see this here, they feel like how they can deal with salon issues. We will cover the storm, we forget about them. We ignore the people, them, it go over. But it's not going to be like this. Either you don't see nothing about them, like you continue for you know, say, or you cover this statement, for cover this statement they have for talk, say, oh, we self want this person, we don't try this way. Now look what they talk about. See, he say, uh, if they count the extradition, they get for examine the court evidence, how they do this here. Hey, oh man, if you doubt on the Western democracies for judgment, they don't go convict somebody out of malice or hearsay. They don't tell you say the person is involved in crime for killing and drugs, with up to seven tons of cocaine. Now you go one doubt the how you go salon when I investigate something. Now what they give now just they take. So you know can begin the doubt say how they try this man, low we see him, we get I'm gonna try they winning. I don't know if salon people they forget about that. We in Liberia they want one I think a journalist or I don't know which kind of person he be. Where they say they want them, they can't go to court. As you know, they just tell us to account them and they count them because they know say this man not to interest to them. Then just hand over them quick. The other guy, 80, we be in Liberia. We they want them. Then just go meet the Liberian people and they count them because that is the interest of government. So if this man not to interest government interest, these people for not hand over this man easily, or they not even make about this complete show, then they make so. But me, at the tell some people, this man, he, as long as he get for do with the presidency, he get for do with the highest office of the country, maybe we just forget about that because maybe we dream too much. Say then we investigate this man and we hand over this man. This man will just they will just aid them for he left the country because easy for them. Then they left this man. This man go spill information. We go car with embarrassment to the state. The other day again, we mentioned Alpha Khan, or I mean this guy, IB Cabo, where you talk about cover up in the media. I mean public relations. He says 30%. No, to me, the cover up na salon information ministry or public statement. He pass 70%. Everything I cover up. Even this ambassador when they talk about so say they not to cover up, not cover up. When I don't talk say the man, they don't recall up. Titi the man not reach salon. They will tell you the truth. They not go tell you the truth. Everything when in the car with na media for come talk to we. You see him. Most of it they na cover up, then they cover up this situation. They try to make them nice. They sit down, they make a press conference. No, we can't listen. They call journalists. Journalists they in turn we not go for ask questions and just the right which they tell them. Then they fold their books, then go. They say, well, we don't go attend the press conference. Lastly, I will just end on this coin so we talk about last week. You know, me not to the finance minister, me not to the bank governor. But at least they put you there as a bank governor or finance minister for let you look at problems and you solve them. Me from what we talked last week, who you try for tell me what they happen at the ground. I don't simply see the solution to the problem because now Europe now yeah, and the Eurozone and UK the highest note we will get the lowest the note we will get na £5 and we get €5. We get €10 €5, we get €20. We not get €1 paper or €2 paper. We not get them. And likewise the pound. The pound will not get £1 paper or two. No, now coin them all. So on that anything if you don't make them to coins them, that means say we get 20 cents, we get 50 cents, we get 5 cents, 1 cent, 2 cents. So that means you will try to make them valuable because we go take like what people they give to bigger man. He asked for they go give them 5,000. Maybe.
We're sorry, we lost Uncle Fode. At that particular side, he not be done it. So next week he go come done now the lights now go. Yes, the solar because it's supposed to not get the solar now you work on 6 o'clock. If we know for we don't turn all that thing there off so that we go able to save on small. But it is what it is. Daniel Phil gets a quick update for we. Say now Mohamed Kalon the new head coach of Leone Stars. And Leone Stars don't begin preparation for the FIFA World Cup 2026 qualifiers against Guinea-Bissau and Egypt, and if it happen inside this year March. Mohamed Kalon also they request Mohamed Kalon for choose in assistants. Okay. But Mohamed Kalon don't replace the former head coach Amindou Karim. When appointment, NSA been terminated alongside with the assistant coach Abedi. Mohamed Kalon up to now not able to name your assistant yet, but he don't invite 25 home-based players them for training. Next Tuesday na the Slafa Academy pitch na King Tom. That's not from Daniel O'Feon. Hope say with waiting Mohamed Kalon do with FC Kalon. With all the training them way he don't get. With somebody back we play football. Hope say he will come with the required changes. Somebody goes, hey, wait you want to talk. What about John Kista? Well, salute football. Yeah, I know. But hopefully, changes go come. Himself no go left with some kind of a bad name. Hope say no go left that way there. We go there back on Monday. God willing. Make sure say you rest. Make sure say you do the things the way the body wants you. You do the things the way the body wants you for do. Rest. Triple learning the rest not true. You rest for me. Yeah? To go meet up your back. They got a pray. Thank you. Tata.